Are you guys ready for Monday night shenanigans now? Because I certainly am. Wait a minute. This is Monza? I didn't know it was Monza. Hello? Earth to Monza? What are you doing? The Super Trofeo. Sorry to all my Italian friends out there. The Super Trofeo series starts at Nazione. Oh dear. Let me just get this. Autodromo Nazionale Monza. At 8 o'clock in the morning, the track length of 5.75 kilometers, at a track altitude of 182 meters, clear skies, and a small southeasterly headwind. Track temperature of 24 degrees Celsius, with that in freedom units being 75 degrees Fahrenheit. As always, it is myself and Craig King back at the helm to bring you some more lovely shenanigans. Where is Craig?
Ciao, Roberto. Ciao.
Ciao, come stai?
You know I did Spanish, not Italian. Yeah, I'll work on that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Or good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to the Super Trofeo. Again, my Italian's really bad. Welcome to the series. A brand new one from RacingSimRigs. From the brainchild of the World Series and the Americas series comes this. Well, it wasn't just a brainchild of the guys behind the RSR series. I think Milan Tikins was also helping with the brainchild of this. A Lamborghini Academy driver. Once a Lamborghini came out in iRacing in December, this whole creation came forward. And it's the same type of way, same type of rules that you would see in a RacingSimRigs league. So we're going to have the amateurs and the pros split up. We're having the amateurs right now on track to set their laps, and I'm looking forward to it. As much as the Lamborghini's not my, not my type of track, not my type of car. Sorry, the Lamborghini's a track. No, Lamborghini's not my type of car. I'm more of an Audi man myself, but really looking forward to it, just to see what's going to happen, Rob.
I'm just looking at all the Lamborghinis. It's weird not seeing another car.
It is. It really is. So, yeah, I was like, do we need to tell people what Monza's all about? But I am looking forward, because Christian First is on the screen. Some of them running the endurance headlights. I know some of them are having a bit of a chat with the endurance headlights. Well, let's go over a lap on board with Christian First, formerly in the Raidillon TV car when it came to the RacingSimRigs World Series. Now driving for it looks like Butt Kicker. Can't remember what he's driving for at the moment. Christian First is coming across the line right now, and it's a standard GT3. If you've driven the Audi, if you've driven some other GT3s, you'll kind of get the idea of what you're expecting right here in the Lamborghini GT3. He's coming up to the 200, the 150, about just there between them, braking. He wants to go down. Does he go to first? He goes to first, and you just want to go left. Catch a little bit of that sausage on the inside, run as much of that out of that gravel on that curve as you want without getting an off track into the Curva Grande. And again, you want to go into 6th gear. Hug this inside as much as you can without hitting the wall. I've had contact, 0x contact hitting these walls around here, just trying to hug. Again, under the bridge is now gone, but you break down, hard braking, get into second. You use all that curve without getting a slowdown, all that sausage without getting a slowdown. You want to be a little bit aggressive on the throttle bed as you're coming onto the second curve, trying to keep the steering wheel straight and into Lesmo 1. Almost sliding the back out there and into Lesmo 2. You see that 50. You want to break at the 50, and you can take a lot of this inside curve. Christian decides against it, and that just compromised him. Anything wider on that exit there, you will get an off track. So now we come down the, as I would call it, the back straight, underneath the old oval bridge, into the Ascari chicane. Right there, just underneath that bridge. You want to break into third, a lot of speed, and down in. You can take a little bit of these sausages, lift off a little bit in the middle there, and get more power as Christian first blinks on my screen, comes back,
didn't mind.
He looks fine on my screen. He's coming down now to the Parabolica. And again, you would have been looking. It's a lot of 6 gears, 6 gear straight here, braking just before the 50 mark into third gear. Take as much. Oh, a bit of a slide. Look at that back of that car sliding as he rotates it. Take as much of this as you can without getting it off track. Hug the wall, or the middle if you get a set for a second lap, because Christian first comes across the line with 148.668. That is your current provisional pole in the amateurs.
Mark Fleming is the only person to put it. Well, when I say that, Matthew Swell. Oh my lord, Matthew Swell.
I think it's Swell.
There's an erroneous W if it's Swell. Then look at it.
I know,
Swell.
I know, but then at the same time, when they set up the league, poor Louis Eggerson in the #1 car did have his name typed in wrong.
Oh,
it is Sewell. It is Sewell. It is Sewell.
do you not see what I see? It says Swell.
Yeah.
You know,
But I'm being told it's Sewell because Harry Wills, who set up the names for the series, spelt some of them wrong, including Louis Eggerson's name.
How did
It
you
is
spell
Sewell.
Oh, Eggerton.
Eggerson.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, Eggerton. Oh no! Harry, I can see it now.
Harry.
Oh, Harry, why? Why? You just give me more ammunition.
So you can see the times on the timing board at the moment. The amateurs, each class do get 2 laps for the qualifying, and we're just waiting to see Christian first, still pole. Callum Beaumont really the only car that's been able to challenge him, I would say, is the name. Vivian Fox saying it makes him want to race. Well, the RSR, I'm pretty sure there are still slots available for the league. I'm not sure. But watching GT3s does make me want to get the rig out and start racing. But Christian first to go across the line, blitzes his first lap. 148.243 was very stable there. I didn't see a lot of sliding that time. So 148.243. Sewell also improves his time with a 48.593. We see some others. Callum Beaumont now comes in with a 48.379. That's
Ryan Hamilton off. Yeah, indeed. He's not going to set another lap time. Unfortunately for him, it is over. Let's have a look.
David South comes across the line. He's at a 49.596. I think that's all. Chris Hamer. Sorry, Chris Hamer is about to set his last lap. No, sorry. He's only done 1 lap. He's going up for another. He did a 49.535. But I think everybody has set 2 laps.
Ooh, yeah. That'll do it for you. The exit of the not Parabolica. The exit of Ascari will do that to you. Catch you off guard if you're not careful.
Yeah, so I think now it is just a case of Matt Heatrick and Chris Hamer setting their last 2 laps. Matt Heatrick racing for... I think this is... I always forget when I see Matt Heatrick's car. That is his own team. It's the RacingSimRigs team, and of course Chris Hamer, the founder of RacingSimRigs, who sponsor the series. To give you an idea of what they're racing for in this series, well, we've got a Pro and an Am category, and the winner of both classes do win a brand spanking new, customized for the paint that you want. That's right, RacingSimRigs do painted rig to your color. You win your own RacingSimRigs rig, and they're 80/20. They're good quality and British made. So God save the Queen and all that.
Well, Ma's in this race, so I mean, should be able to put her best foot forward, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, put her best foot forward. Matt Heatrick, by the way, coming around the final corner. He's coming around the Parabolica. He's going very slow. I think he's run out of fuel. Has Chris Hamer run out of fuel? I don't know.
Chris Hamer has not run out of fuel.
Matt Heatrick's run out of fuel. He's decided to abort this lap. I don't know, but Chris Hamer will be the last one to set a lap. He did a 49.535 last lap. What's he going to do when he crosses the line? It's going to be a 49.299. Moves him up to 11th. So that's the amateurs done.
And we get onto the pros. Where are the pros? There they are in the pits. Oh, they've already lined up. Where's Louis Egertsen?
Oh no!
I know it's even. I know it's even worse. It's Louis Egertsen. Where's Ma? There's Ma.
There's Ma. James Armstrong is like one of our favorite people, just because of the Queen helmet. It's fantastic.
Oh no, she's your favorite person.
Oh yeah,
Because of Ma. Because of Ma. How's everybody in the chat? Thank you for coming out. Let me see. Is there any other helmets? Can you see? Oh, Ma's being blocked by a pro. There's Ma. There she is. Back again as. Oh wait, hang on. Is that Ma?
It's Ma.
Oh, I know the visor. The visor doesn't have the eyes on in my eyes, so it might be just the way the visor is. But I do see Ma.
So apparently, if Matthew Sewell wins, it's going to be a neon pink rig.
Neon pink.
Love that. But then again, RacingSimRigs did sponsor a charity race from Macmillan Cancer Research, and there was a raffle to win a pink rig. Of course, pink for Macmillan. No, was it pink? It was blue. It was the color of Macmillan. I don't know why I'm saying pink. I did see. I've seen some great RacingSimRigs on Instagram, by the way. They do show off some of their designs and some of what people order, because some people do like that twist of having a painted rig. We're not just talking like a matte black paint. You can go for any color. So you can have a blue, you can have a red, you can have a pink, you can have a yellow if you want. So it's really nice to see just something like that powder coated onto 80/20 piece of the steel.
It's a bit of a beef in it. The pros, by the way, they get to race against somebody who's actually very used to the real life version of this stuff. Milan Tinkins, he is going around. Well, he's warming up the tires anyway. He's making sure they're absolutely molten like a sausage before he gets them going, because the track temperature is about 25. That was the last temperature check that we were able to give.
Yeah, the last temperature one is 20. The new one is 24 Celsius. That's 75 Fahrenheit. But the important thing, Rob, 70% humidity.
Oh.
You're going to see a lot of. You might see some sliding today. And that might explain why we were seeing earlier with Christian Furth on his first lap when he was pushing the back of that car, just trying to kick out a little bit. It has gone down. I think it was at 75 when the session started. So that has gone down as the pros are starting their first lap. Louis Egertsen in the number 1 car will be the last pro to set a lap per se, but a lot of these guys, you've got quite a lot of the Project Dynamic guys. You've got some guys racing for. Emil Tangard is racing for. Is that AXA? Oh, hello. Phone.
He's racing for the phone. We do have the usual crowd coming back. Ben Smith, Mr. Smith, Taylor Lane's back in the Fiercely Forward car. It's very nice paint on it.
I love the
big tiger thing. Harry Wilson Pro. Bless him. He's gonna have to kick it up several gears to.
Now this is interesting, because we got Paul Smith and Van der Wedge in a little. Well, it looks like Van der Wedge has overtaken Paul Smith on the first lap, and Smith's gone wide. So it looks like Smith's aborted his lap. The wedge, does get a bit of a toe there coming down the back straight. So it'll be interesting to see what his time is going to be, and it's going to be a 47.765. And Paul Smith, unfortunately, with a 49.521. So obviously something happened there to Smith. Who else do we have coming around? Jonas Dreyer, 48.155. Tangard, a 48.734. Taylor Lane in that lovely Fiercely Forward, a 48.796. Times are flying up the leaderboard at the moment, as you can see on the board. Green is the pros, yellow is the amateurs. And remember, after the qualifying, they do get split into their respective groups for the first and second race.
And it's mainly who's setting the times in either class? Who's going to be first and who's not going to be first? Who's going to be second and who's going to be third? Who might be, well, like me and being last in the field? Shh, we'll forget about that. We'll forget about that. So, pros are already marking themselves into the 147s already. Do they take it down a notch further with 147s? Do they see 146s? It could be a possibility. I mean, if they added the turbocharger to these things, yes, maybe, but...
I'll give you some rundown of the qualifying times. Casper Lund in practice, did a 47.622. Milan did a 47.727. Our current pole position, Van der Wedge, he in practice only did a 48.090. So kind of gives you an idea of what that slipstream did do for him originally. So he's going to be coming around the corner first. He's the first car out there to set a time. So he was the first one to get his final lap in. Van der Wedge will cross the line. It's a 47.794. Talk about consistency. Not going to be good enough. Times will be starting to fly right now. Lund with a 0.743. Who else is going to be up there? John Estrella still P4 for 48.155. Tankard goes third, 47.863. Teekens is coming around the final corner right now. Van Ash and Wills and Egby is in front of them, but I don't think any of them. Wills does go to P6. That's one to be keeping out, but Teekens is the man to look at right now. What has he got in that car? It's going to be a 47.866. It's quick, but it's not good enough. It's only going to be P4. I think that might be it for everybody. James Armstrong comes around final corner. He takes a P3 of 47.843, and I think that's it.
Egerton is coming across the line. He went very wide. I think he was using the curb and more, and he doesn't improve his time. Taylor Lane is still got a lap left in him, as does Calvin Dent. Where are these two?
No, they don't. No, they don't. They've done their 2 laps.
Oh, why?
Oh, why?
Oh, why they have?
Oh, why?
Shh. We'll gloss over. That's qualifying done.
Qualifying is done. So let's just go over the qualifying results then. Shall you, Rob?
I will indeed. Now, qualifying is all about getting your name up the front. Not too far to the front. Just wait for the other person to make the mistake, and then gun it. So, in first position, Casper Lund with a 147.743. Van der Weg in 147.766 area. In second position, James Armstrong in third with a 147.844. Emil Tangard with a 147.864 is good enough for fourth position. In fifth, Milan Teekens with a 867. Jonas Dreyer in sixth with a 148.156. Harry Wills 148.165 is good enough for seventh. In eighth, Louis Egerton. I keep tempted. I'm so tempted to read his name off. 148.181. Christian First 148.244. Will Egby 148.250. Callum Beaumont with a 148.380 is good enough for 11th. Daniel Gilding 148.472. Dennis Van Asch with a 148.516. Matthew Sawoo with 148.594. Good for 14. Oh god.
Rod's broken. I'll continue. Dennis Pez 148.782. Then Taylor Lane with that 48.790. Ryan Hamilton with a 148.825, and Paul C. Smith a 148.833. 2 identical times almost. Ted Bradbury a 148.874, and Wayne Drury on my screen says a 148.874. Then Ben Smith, 21st overall with a 149.139. Leiden Lee a 149.152. Jacko Boshoff 149.177, and Calvin Dent a 149.226. 25th is Matt Heatrick a 149.293. Chris Hamer a 149.299. Matthew Draycott a 149.329. Mark Fleming a 149.438. And Dave South a 149.596.
Oh, and we did have one non-qualifier, Goldie Nagadev, with a time of nothing because they did not post a time.
They no, I think what happened, they did come into practice and then they left before practice started, before qualifying started. So I think they're gone.
How could this happen to me? Made my mistakes.
Oh dear.
Got nowhere to run.
So what's happening right now is we're going to be waiting for the admins to set up the new race session, and it will split the pros and the amateurs. So they will be in their own little bubbles in the same race. Of course, it's the same cars, so it's multi-class racing, but not multi-class racing, if you see what I mean. So I'll just quickly run down, because while we got this little downtime while waiting, this is the first race of a 10-week schedule. So it's a 10-week schedule, you get the idea. So it's 2 races tonight. It's going to be 2 30-minute races around Monza, and then next week we go to the endurance race, that is Watkins Glen, and that's going to be, I think, it's an hour and 15. Then a week after will be Imola, 2 races at Imola, and then 2 races at Sandoval. That's one myself and Rob are really looking forward to. I don't know about Rob, but I'm looking forward to. Then we get into March. The 1st of March will be Spa, and at the endurance race at Spa again, that's going to be an hour or so at Spa. Then 2 races at the Nürburgring GP circuit. I know, Rob, don't get too excited. It's not the Nordschleife. I'm sorry.
Oh.
2 races. I know. Endurance at Silverstone, March the 15th. Then 2 races at Barcelona the week after, and we then go to Suzuka for an endurance. That would be fun because we know how good they are. And we finish with 2 races at Long Beach, which really on Monday the 5th of April, that's going to be very interesting for many reasons, because it's Long Beach.
I mean, Long Beach is going to be great, but it's also Long Beach. That final turn, Ooh. Oh no. No.
I know. It's great fun. It's great. I've actually never raced on it. We actually did do a series, didn't we? We did. RSR provided on the day that Long Beach came out, they provided a little fun race for a lot of the guys in GT3s driving around there. It was a really interesting. It was actually really interesting to see the track just starting to be used. You can see that on our. Not our video on demand, but you can see it in our YouTube history. If you like what you see, if it's the first time you've seen us, we are Raidillon TV, aka the only corner you need, aka Hey Tanner, how's Raidillon? Which I forgot to ask him when I saw him during the Daytona
to tell
24.
him.
We're glossing over that. If you like what you see, hit that like button and the subscribe button. We do appreciate it. We're almost we're like so close, Rob, to 2,000 subscribers, which would be fantastic. We're hitting our 1-year birthday. Indeed. I think it's this month, isn't it? Is it this month? I was trying to find it, and I could not find it.
I think it's... Is it... I can't remember. When did we start?
Last season 1. Halfway through last season 1. But I can't find a schedule to, match it all up.
Let me go ahead and look at my Twitch, because we started on my personal Twitch. Because
I know, and I tried finding it, and I couldn't find it.
I have it, I think.
But,
oh, no, I'll tell you why. So it doesn't keep anything.
Yeah, it doesn't keep anything, does it?
Bah.
I know.
Bah humbug. Supposed to say a very saying naughty word. No. Let's see.
But, while Rob is finding that, by the way...
It definitely was. Okay, this month is. I will say this. My birthday, I definitely remember. Around my birthday is when we actually properly.
I was gonna say, I hope you remember your birthday.
Yeah, my birthday's in 6 days.
Oh God, my birthday's next week. Oh yeah, my birthday's next Tuesday.
Well, welcome to being old.
Yeah, don't remind me about it. do not remind me about it. As I was saying, if you like what you see underneath our video is, of course, some links to our Discord. Link to trackcams22.com, providing us with those great camera angles you see, which allows Rob to get up and see Mars' face, see the Queen's face.
It depends on the car.
Depends on the car, but you get the idea. Some really good, like outside of the jokes there of seeing that helmet, some really nice cameras that TrackCams22 provide, and we're thankful that they do give us the opportunity to use those cameras for our broadcast.
We need to make that into a T-shirt or something. We're like, you alright, Ma?
Yeah, you know what? If that's not James's, if that's not James's own helmet, we'll have to like work out who did it and like get some royalties with them or something.
Just have like the race is about to start, Niels. Welcome,
yeah, the race session is about to start. So
it's the warm-up session for after the qualifying. We're just loading into session. You get to park your butt down and you get to enjoy. Us two, we're barely qualified. You don't think we're probably qualified?
Professional.
Yeah.
We're very professional. You know, we're a year into this and we're very professional.
Yeah, we're so professional. Yeah. Neither of us have made a massive... Okay, hang on. I was about to say something that was a lie. The both of us have made a giant massive mistakes. Massive...
Look, I'm
okay,
holding on to
hang on a minute.
table.
Hang on a minute. What was the biggest mistake you think you made in the first year of us being on the air?
Not pronouncing the name of the now Bathurst 1000 champion in real life, Shane Van Gisbergen's name correctly.
Oh, yeah.
During a 8-hour endurance race.
He said, was it? He's not Gisbergen. He said
Gibsonburg.
Yeah, he said
Gibsonburg.
Yeah, he said Gibsonburg. I remember that.
The car under that Suzuka start shown during the intermission went further to the moon. Okay, that's Louis Eggleston. Getting absolutely killed in the RacingSimRigs World Series Season 1 last year.
Yeah.
Speaking of the World Series, this Wednesday the World Series is back for round 2. No, sorry, round 1.
That was press day. You made a mistake.
That was press day last Wednesday was the press day for the World Series, but 2000 GMT on Wednesday, the World Series Season 3 kicks off at Donington International Circuit using the national layout, aka the best layout. And I saw that mistake.
Yeah, there you go. Camera just came back and whacked me in the eyes.
But that'll be fun.
That's not even that bad. I think the biggest mistake I made last year, or over the last year, that'll be a really bad one.
Well, I know a funny one that you did.
Go ahead.
A funny one you did.
Go ahead.
Because when we did the ERO Endurance Series, we had a team sponsored by Blue Chews America.
Oh yeah, I didn't know what they were.
Blue Chews America, to basically keep it PG, is an adult supplement. And their slogan is chew it and do it. And I understood right away what it was. And Rob thought it was chewing gum.
Yeah, I thought it
for like the next 2 hours.
I thought it was like caffeine, like a caffeine supplement, like chew it to do it. And it was like, you chew it and you do something.
Oh, Mark Fleming seen the Suwil.
No, it's. Oh, has he actually fixed the name, or is it got even worse?
It was Suwil. It was.
So woo. Well. Oh, Harry.
Wow.
Oh, you poor man. Sorry, I'm gonna have to roast you. I'm gonna have to roast you on this occasion.
Harry Wills is the creator of the league, so we're allowed to be a little bit of the banter with him.
I mean, if you make the mistake twice, it's a woo. Lol. Yeah.
I will say one thing, because I have been following the start of this league, and it's a shame because originally the plan was for it to be kind of mimicking the real life Super
Trofeo.
Trofeo, the Super Trofeo series,
yeah,
which was team racing. you're in a car with a teammate and you swap over. But due to numbers, it turned into a single car series. Well, not a single car, sorry, a single driver series.
Well, it is a single car, to be fair.
Yeah. I think personally, I think this is a nice way of doing it. Team racing is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but this really is a test of man and machine. And I mean, what better way to test your mettle with turn 1 at Monza?
No. No. No.
So Rob, what is wrong with turn 1 at Monza? Please explain to people.
I hate it so much. I mean, put it to you this way. When I drove LMP, well, kind of still do, but when I drove LMP1 properly, turn 1 at Monza was basically the I will send it on your inside. I am Senna. You will decide if we have a crash or not, kind of corner. And that was lap 1, turn 1. And it's lap 1, turn 1, which very famously does not go well.
So, if you're used to iRacing, you will probably know of iRacing Twitch clips, videos that people make. And one of the important things is when it comes to a big series at Monza, 70% of the clips you'll see in these highlight videos basically being clips at Monza. And usually it's turn 1 or down the back straight into
coming out of a Ascari.
No, coming into Ascari, because of the bridge and everything there.
I had one coming out of Ascari where a HPD decided it like to clothesline me, like I'm a wrestler. It came back on track and clotheslined me. That was one that was highlighted. I was not happy with that.
I lost an IMSA race once because I yeeted over the sausage curbs at the end of Ascari because they are massive. You don't want to go over them because it will give you floor damage, might blow your engine, and will send you flying.
I've had that as well.
By the way, a quick rundown while we're just looking at this. Track temperature's gone up, 29 Celsius, 84 Fahrenheit. Humidity down. So, no, it's not like the lyrics for It's Raining Men is that humidity's rising, barometer's getting low. Is that what it is? No, it's the other way around.
For the first time in history, it's gonna start raining Monza.
No, it's raining Lambos.
This is iRacing. Hallelujah, there's no rain. There's only sun and clouds.
Wow. Stick to your day job, Rob. Stick to your day job.
Well, I do get paid handsomely by my day job, which is being a programmer. So I'll take that end of the week.
I'm on holiday for 2 weeks, so it doesn't matter what I do.
Yeah.
Yes, no, so Andy Hitchin was asking what's the prizes for this. Yes, for those who are not here at the start of the stream, winner of amateur and winner of pro both win a sim rig provided by the sponsors RacingSimRigs, and it's customizable to what they want. So if for example, let's just go with Christian Furze wins, you can bet that he would love to have
the Raidillon TV logo.
In red. He no longer drives a Raidillon TV, otherwise known as the free agent / independent team, which was fantastic because with a minute to go, this is what I like about the RacingSimRigs leagues, because I've seen in the last two seasons with the World Series, and I think you've seen it as well with the American Series, that you get these guys that come together and they start just in their own little teams, making their own little paints and stuff. And by the end of it, you've got guys joining good teams. I think we had Christian Furze join Project Dynamic. One of the guys joined the RSR team. And that's a top team. That's a top GT team when it comes to iRacing. So really good. It reminded me of as cheesy as it sounds, this is the European version of the Majors series. Despite Majors and International, but you got a lot of camaraderie in the Americas side of the Major series, and this is what the RacingSimRigs series is. Have provided, which is really great to see. It's a great community.
It's Sirai.
Sirai, okay.
Okay, that's not correct, but I just wanted to throw you off.
Oh, my phone has just started. Wondering if I wanted to ask something. No, it hasn't. It hasn't. Practice is over.
Practice is over. Bring it on in. Also, this is the one thing I dislike about these cameras, right? They stop. Just stop dead cold when switching over a session. It's not even the camera's fault. It's iRacing deciding, hey, we're gonna stop the cameras. Are you okay with that?
So, I'll tell you what I'm not okay with.
It's a perfect split as well. 15-15.
I'll tell you what I'm not okay with. Because I'm used to going to myself, right, watch this guy because that car's going to be the fastest. They're all Lamborghinis. That, like, we're looking at what setups they're running. You know, who's running what setup? Who's more comfortable in the car? So, of course, you know, Milan Tikins will be very comfortable in the car, as it practically mimics what he drives in real life. Casper Lund did a really quick lap to start the race. Van der Wedge, you know, you can... I thought he got lucky with that first qualifying lap. He didn't, because that second qualifying lap practically matched what he did the first time round. So that, you know, whatever slipstream he got didn't really help him. So he looks quick. Armstrong as well has always been a dark horse. No matter what series he's in, you've always got to keep an eye on James Armstrong. Tangard is a man who, unfortunately, I've not seen a lot of. And of course, we were talking about Milan Tikins and Jonas Dreyer. The amateurs, I'm just going to say it right now. Eyes on Christian Furs. He is a machine when it comes to racing. Like, literal machine. He's a great driver, and he will do qualifying laps faster than some of these pro drivers. And what is the gap between the pros and the amateurs? It's just iRating. And iRating is just a number at the end of the day. It's all done on skill. But what isn't skill, what isn't done on iRating is Raidillon TV. The only corner you need. Rob is going to take you through the long-winded starting procedure.
I mean, it's not long-winded. I mean, you're going around the Parabolica. Casper Lund going to lead him away. Van der Wedge. They're going to take up to the slack. And what I mean by that is they're going to take up to the starting zone. And then once they're in the starting zone, it is down to Casper Lund, as they're just sitting there nice and pretty. It's all just Lamborghinis. It's all just Lamborghinis. It's all just Lamborghinis. You say that 3 times in a mirror, and Lamborghini's going to curse you. And off they go. That is going to be Casper Van der Wedge on the middle. He's trying to fend off Emil Tangard and James Armstrong coming down the pit straight. It is actually going to be almost 3 wide going into the first corner, as the amateurs on the off screen are going to start their little fun and games. Ooh. Pros made it through just fine. What about the amateurs? Christian Fur is already making his stamp felt. And that is side-by-side action all the way down the field. Ooh, very nice side-by-side action going down all the way down the field. Unfortunately, that is Matthew Draycott getting shuffled out of order. Unfortunately for him, he's having to pick up the pieces. Have a quick look at that. Just, it's traffic jams, unfortunately.
Sorry. Oh, contact! It's Eggleston. Eggleston's gone off from Van der Wedge. There was also a car. That's Tangard, who went off at the chicane. Right. As we were watching the amateurs, the pros, Van der Wedge had a slowdown out of the first corner. He restores his time. He serves the slowdown. And as he serves the slowdown, he's almost 3 wide going into the second chicane. And that's where Eggleston just clipped in. And Eggleston, I think, has gone all the way down to the back. He has. He's all the way at the end, unfortunately, there. But Van der Wedge losing a lot of time there and going down to, what, 5th, 6th at the moment? Armstrong trying to catch up to Casper Lund. This is going to be a slipstream battle around Monza. So you'll see these gaps of a second. You want to get that gap really down low. Tikins trying to catch in to Armstrong. Tikins then has to also defend from Jonas Dreyer as well. And actually, I'm just looking. There might be a list.
Sorry, Taylor Lane also having issues coming out of Ascari. He's kept it going, though. Unfortunately, is going to be losing a position or 2. Where did he start? I think he started.
He started at 11th.
Yeah, he gained a position and then he lost a position. So, as of the telling, coming across the line now, he's side by side with Calvin Dent coming down the start finish straight. But that is Ben Smith, I think, and that is also Paul C. Smith. Sorry, That's Ben Smith, and then Ben Smith coming on the inside of Calvin Dent. Doesn't make the move, and that is Paul C. Smith looking to see if he can get the inside of Ben Smith. So the Smiths are. Oh, I was about to make a very, very awful joke. Oh no, Wayne Drury's
off. Yeah, what's happened to Wayne Drury? Oh, he got tagged. Under braking. Oh, he broke early. And Ryan Hamilton was not ready for it. I think Wayne Drury. Yeah, he just moved in. Wayne Drury got tapped and went into the side of Matt Heatrick. Both of those guys go spinning along, and how they did not hit anybody, I do not know. That would have been a hand in heart moment. Or
sorry, Dennis Meisner. Well, Jesus took the wheel for Dennis Meisner, having a Formula D slide coming out of Ascari. Oh, not of Ascari. That is Lesmo 2, and that is a blinker. I think that is
Ted Bradbury.
Oh no, Ted! The internet, Ted. Plug it back in. Plug her in. Plug it into the wall. Do whatever you need to do. You're doing well. Don't let the internet fool you. As he is coming past Matthew, say woo. Well, for fifth position in amateur.
Right, Will Egby had a slowdown and had to go all the way down the field, and he's just got caught right behind a two-car battle, and that is Paul Smith having a spin at the parabolica, as now Egby is right behind Ben Smith and Jacko Boshoff. This is going to be a three-car battle as they come across the start-finish line. They are running, where are they running? 11th, 12th, and 13th respectively, and they've got the lead amateur Christian Firth behind them, and it looks like Smith wants to make a move on Boshoff. They're going too wide into braking for the first chicane. Too wide for the chicane. Almost touching, and Christian Firth almost went into the back, and Will Egby. Boshoff does hold the position. He holds. But Egby, out of these three cars, has got the better line, but he can't really do anything at the moment. Here comes, what's that? That's Smith now. Smith getting a nose as they come around Curva Grande. Egby looks like he wants to follow Smith. He brakes a little bit. A little bit of touching, but does follow Ben Smith, but can't make it. Can he go around the outside? He does. He merged that position. Boshoff loses 2 positions and a third, but not really official because that is Christian Firth, the lead amateur driver. So these guys are going to have to try and catch up. As Van der Wedge has had another moment. Is that another slowdown for Van der Wedge?
He's having to battle side by side with Harry Wills coming through the Lesbo 2. As they come down to Ascari, it is Harry Wills versus... No, that's Dennis Van Asch. Dennis Van Asch is the one that's going to be side-by-side action as they come through Ascari. Mind the sus curves on the outside. Harry taking a little bit more. No, sorry, that is Harry Wills. That was Van der Wedge. Van der Wedge taking a lot more than I would have personally taken. That is a battle for 4th position. Jonas Dreyer versus Milan Tikins. Milan Tikins sent his regards as he puts Jonas Dreyer out of shape. I mean, he did a very good move, but he put him out of shape coming through Parabolica. And now Emil Tangard. Ooh, well, Emil Tangard's still following Jonas Dreyer, as Dreyer looks like he wants a little bit of slice back.
Oh, no, Emil! You cannot make that. Sorry for raising my voice. Oh, Emil wanted to make that so hard, and he could not do it. He wanted to try and send that 3 wide. And look at the price that's cost him. All the slowdown after setting the fastest lap of the race, the 1:48.515. He's gained nothing. In fact, he's lost the slipstream because of serving that slowdown, missing the chicane. That was a dive and a half.
This is just trying to see where he could make it, and well, he didn't make the braking, so he was just like, yeah, let's not do that. Use the slip road that is there provided to you if you do a Lewis Hamilton on it. Well, he didn't do a Lewis Hamilton. He just couldn't slow the car down fast enough. I think that is Lewis Hamilton. As Van der Wedge reclaims 7th position. Oh, Harry Wills getting all sorts of shape coming through Lesmo 2.
Yeah, this will set up Calvin Dent if he's got a good slipstream down into Ascari, but he's not got it. So he's going to have to just hold off a little bit. Maybe a little bit of lifting. There's no fuel needed here, but do lift and then... Oh, he slid! What a save! He gets tapped on the back from tail lane as Will Egby makes a move on Ben Smith right behind. How did he make that save? I mean, in the middle of a scurry, he loses the car. Taylor Lane will make this overtake. If it's not right now into the Parabolica, and he's going to try in the Parabolica, he does not, but...
It's all about putting the card there.
Calvin Dent. Get yourself a lottery ticket. I don't know how you saved it through the middle of a scurry.
Cutting all sorts out of shade, trying to control it. A little bit of a tap from the rear end by Taylor Lane. I mean, where else can he go? You know, you gotta.
Yeah.
You know, it is one of the worst corners to lose the car.
And Dent yields. And also at the same time, Egby yields to Ben Smith. So we're seeing what you'd expect around here. You're seeing these cars basically going side by side into turn 1, and they're just waiting for other battles. At the front of the field, nice little battle between Jonas Dreyer and Milan Tikin for 3rd place. That's Dreyer on the inside. They're going to go too wide into the second chicane, and Tikins holds on to it. He had the inside line, which is never the outside line, never the line you want. Jonas Dreyer's now on the front Tangard. Emil's just gone, I'm back. I made a mistake, but I am back, and he's right on the back of Jonas Dreyer. Dreyer needs to battle Tikins, but he also remembers that a mistake, and there's Emil right behind him, just ready to snatch it at the right opportunity.
Emil Tangard last lap did a 1:59.27. Jonas Dreyer last lap did a 1:52.65. But ooh, crikey, he's not. It's not looking that way as the two of Dreyer and Tikins go ahead and battle. But that is Emil Tangard looking to see if he can clap back. Oh, that's a car gone off in the background. That is the car number 95. Oh no, Harry Wills. It's all gone wrong. He's lost control. But we'll continue with this.
Oh, Jonas Dreyer! They're going to go 3 wide into the Parabolica! 3 wide! Tangard takes both of the positions! Dreyer went for the move on Tikins. Tikins could not hold off. Dreyer and Tikins went wide, and Tangard just slid in with a normal move, almost taking the normal racing line. He snatched the opportunity. And is he going to keep the position as they break into the first chicane? Well, here's Tikins going very late. Tikins trying to turn in. He's forcing the issue. They touch. There's nowhere for Tangard to go, and he's lost the position. And here comes Jonas Dreyer. Jonas Dreyer wants to make a move. He's going to take this, but he's got the long way around the Curva Grande. They're going to go side by side into the second chicane. That is for sure. Who breaks late? Well, we know Tikins can break late. Does he break late? He breaks. They break at the same time. Jonas Dreyer might have cooked it. He holds off Tikins. Tikins has to hold the brakes. While this is happening, Dennis Van Asch now wants some of it. Welcome to the pain train, boys. We're at Monza, and this train ain't stopping. 3rd
through 6th. A total of 4 cars are only broken by 1 second, and that is the pain train. If you escape from the pain train, you will be met with pain. If you join the pain train, you will be met with pain. So pick your poison as they come through the undercarriage up towards Ascari. All nicely neat in a row. They come through. Milan Tikin is probably the best person to make a move to come through Parabolica. Or does he wait until he comes to the start-finish line? That is Dennis Van Asch going off onto the slip road coming out of Ascari. And you can see that in the background, that is the boys with Taylor Lane toys. And he come through as well. And that is Milan Tikin looking on the inside, coming through the Parabolica. He just wants to make sure that Jonas Dreyer is aware of its existence. And that is Emil Tangard looking on the inside as well. So it's all about domino effect. Who will blink first as they come up towards the first corner on lap 7 of 17? Who blinks first? That is... you never heard of a British undercarriage.
You don't know. You don't know what to look, because Tangard wants to make a move. But for Tangard to make a move, he has to go wide and take the inside and over Tikins. But at the same time, Tikins is trying to take the inside to try and make a move on Dreyer. You do not know what to do. Tangard wants to try and get by both of these like he did earlier. Last lap, well, the end of the 2 laps ago, really. But he can't do it. And this defending from Dreyer, love it. And Tikins will know that. That is like a racing defense that you would see normally. And now Dreyer wants to go on the inside. We'll get back to the amateurs in a minute, we promise. But this battle is just so enthralling because we're not looking at of just people following each other right now. No, they are literally trying to make a move at every corner. And look at Tikins. He's trying to find every nook and cranny he can get out of that car around this tricky Monza race circuit, and I don't think it's working for him. They are battling, and I will say, they're losing time. The more you try and battle around Monza, the more time you lose. These guys were doing 150s and 151s, while the rest of the pro field were doing 149, or high 149s. So Van Ashen's back in. Van der Wedge might come back in a minute. That Tangard, he looks like he's got a nice run going, but Tikins will go to look like he's making a move, and look at that! Makes a move and then makes another move. That is totally fine, and Tangard has to retreat again. Takes the inside. That's another lap gone. I don't know what's going to happen.
In amateurs, who do we have? We have the unfortunate... Where's Christian
Well, Christian
Furze?
Furze, I'll tell you what's happening. Christian Furze is in a battle right now with Jaco Boshoff and Daniel Gilding, sorry. So we got those three cars.
I think he's trying to run away.
He's trying to run away, but not taking. Oh, Jonas Dreyer almost made a mistake in the first chicane, and Milan Tikins tried to take it, but could not. So they're still in a battle. What's happening in the amateur? Furze is holding on, and I think that's... Oh, hello. Where's... I'm pretty sure there was another amateur somewhere. There isn't, but Daniel Gilding, I want to say Gilding is stuck behind two pros as he's losing Christian Furze.
It's all about that.
And there's been chaos! There's been chaos!
Chaos? Where?
Has there? No, there hasn't. No, there hasn't.
No, there hasn't.
There hasn't. Sorry. I got a little bit excited.
No, Calvin.
This is chaos.
Calvin then just had a bit of a moment. Unfortunately, also coming out of the...
Dennis Van Ashen's had a moment.
Ooh.
Looks like he's had to serve a slowdown. He's lost that position to Van der Wedge. Meanwhile, at the front, well, not at the front, for third place, you've still got Dreyer, Tikins, and Tangard, which will come to the halfway point. So we got this battle for third place. We've got this battle, or we might have this third place an overtake at the moment. As Dreyer goes wide out of Ascari, Tikins is going to have to go around the long way at the Parabolica. I think he's capable of doing this, though. No, slow and fast out, and no touch! Touch from Tangard, and Tikins goes around! I could see what was trying to happen there, and I don't think Tikins was aware, or Tangard was. I think there was a bit of miscommunication from both of them.
Let's have a look. In the chopper. Oh, yeah. Oh, and just nowhere to go, unfortunately. A little tap from the rear. He will try. It looks like to me that Tikins wanted to go out and in. He wanted to cut back, get some momentum. But he opened the door, and Tangard just said, I'm taking it. There was space there for him to go. And rightfully so, Tangard went for that. And just as Tikins wanted to go and cut back in, there's a car there, and he spins. And I know, and that's just racing, but I think, yeah, looks like that could have been Tikins' fault, but that does throw things in, because now there's no battle for P3. Dreyer is now driving away from Van der Wedge and Tangard. Tangard, Van der Wedge are now in a three-car battle for P4, P5th, and P6. I'll get my English out in a minute. Dennis Van Ashen's there as well. P4, P5, and P6. Not 6th, but P6th. Do you need help with English? Hang on, let me get you the woman for the job. All right, Ma.
Well, Calvin Dent's just had a moment, unfortunately. Looks like he's lost it himself. Yeah, lost the car into Lesmo 1. Managed to keep the car away from people, but he has had some damage. Christian Furze now has a massive lead over Daniel Gilding, who's in a battle with Callum Beaumont for second and third in the amateur podium. So that's going to be one to keep an eye out for, with Dennis Mesner still trying to threaten behind.
It is happening in the same. Ironically, it's happening near the same sort of scale as what Pro was, except it's Callum Bowman, and it's a battle for second place. I don't think Gilding wanted this whatsoever, and Bowman's just there upsetting the Alpha car. MSR guys.
Oh my God, Emil Tangard, you can't do that. What a move, and now but he's lost the position. Sorry. Tangard basically Van der Wedge went for an inside defense, a late inside defense over Tangard. Tangard had to go out and in for the first chicane, made it, but did not have the momentum, and Van der Wedge retakes that P4. Dennis Van Asch is behind them waiting to capitalize, but they continued to battle. But for a moment there, I thought Tangard just pulled off the heist, because that was fantastic what he tried to do there, but unfortunately it still reset rewind. And I think you might just see that replay. Yeah, you can just see originally Van der Wedge flew to the outside to that right without knowing it, and you can see on that replay, you know, Emil might have had it, and a little bit touching, as you'd expect if they're just trying to get somewhere, and Van der Wedge does make it. Meanwhile, live, it looks like Tangard's trying to make this move into a scurry, and Van der Wedge turns. Tangard was nowhere near there. They turned a bit too early. Now, what's happened there to Van der Wedge? He does hold on. Ash had to yield a little bit just to give them room, but that was a very interesting move there. It almost looked like, Tangard got there late, and Van der Wedge started turning as Tangard was just getting side by side with him.
And this is the setup that Van der Wedge were on the cameras of. And behind him was Emil Tangard. Tangard makes the move very choreographically, and it's the call right. Oh, and yeah, just turned way too early. That's not where you make the turn. Unfortunately, it's going to be on him. Fortunately, the car was right there, and the call would have been made. Car left, and Emil is in within his own right to make that move. Very choreographically made it. So just a little bit of an oops. Oh, Milad Tikins. Oh, no, wait, that's... Oh, no, sorry, it was Sarah Lane that had a bit of an oops. And, oh, no. It's happened again. He's just not able to... Oh, he broke too late. He wasn't making the corner. And at the very least, he was able to keep it onto the rumble strip. But...
And meanwhile, in front is that... Oh, Van Asch has gone off. Van Asch is off in the wall. Just watching that now. What's happened to him? He'd gone off on his own? Did he clip the grass? No, the car just went on its own, turning into the second chicane, and he's waiting for the whole field. He's going to be at the back of the field almost. That's a shame. That's a shame there for that Dennis, and he's going to have another slowdown going through that section there. So that's unfortunate right now. As Van der Wedge is... Well, he's taken P4. Tangard is P5. Will Egby, out of nowhere, is now going up the list, as him and Christian Ferd battling as they did earlier with Taylor Lane. And it doesn't look very
Oh, that
good.
is a car off. Oh, no, Ben Smith, he's gone. I think he lost it on his own. Oh, wait, hang on. Have a look.
No, he got tapped by Will Egby. They were going very close on the braking, and I'm very close, and he just goes flying.
Ooh. That is the short end of the stick if I could ever see one.
So, and 9 minutes to go.
And this is Christian Furs, just, you know, out there. It do be like that when you suddenly have an amateur in 8th position overall. I think he's just absolutely flying it. You know,
but there's still that battle. There's still that battle for the rest of the podium. Daniel Gilding, Callum Beaumont, Dennis Mesner. That's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the amateurs. And Beaumont looks like he wants to make a move. Gilding being really defensive, taking that car in the middle of the track. Late braking for Beaumont. Has he overcooked it?
He has.
He overcooked it.
Ooh,
yeah, he overcooked
and he smashed it. Oh, that's a... Ooh. That... Oh, there is damage. Ooh, there is damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, overcooking and has... Oh. Now you can see... Let me just go ahead and show you what I mean, by the way. When I say that's a lot of damage. That's the nose. And if you're coming into here... I'm just going to put this in slow motion. He threaded the knee. Oh, and he didn't thread it. Oh, and that is a massive... yoink.
Yeah.
If that were reality, there's a slightly greater than an unsignificant chance that would have ripped the whole front end off. At least a splitter anyway, because that's a big boy. It's a big boy bump.
Big boy bump. we only doing big boy bumps here. He also almost looked like he hit the edge of it, and the edge isn't chamfered, rounded off. It's just flat.
Yeah, it's not chamfered. It's not
yeah. You know what I mean?
There's no roundness to it. It's just a flat edge.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a flat edge at the end, so you can understand it. So Dennis Mensah. How's this battle for P2 in the amateurs? Just over a second gap now between Gilding and Mensah. In fact, Gilding was 0.2 faster last lap, so we'll try and keep an eye on that one. Meanwhile, down the wedge and Tangard have this battle, and Tangard's almost gone wide into the second chicane. He's lost all that time, so gaps are starting to open up a little bit. And Tekin's in P6. He's thinking, I want to try and get back up here, and it's going to be tough for him. But if he can just get on that slipstream of Tangard with just under 7 minutes to go, they're on lap 13 of 17, so you know, if Tekin's just catches that slipstream, he might be able to make a move on a mill at the end of the race.
He was 0.4 of a second faster than Tangard was. With that latest mistake, he is actually closing up onto the rear end. I remember Tekin did not gain any damage. It was just a tap. So he's got every He's got every chance to get back up there. All he needs to do is just keep the hammer down and keep his focus. Once he slings past Emil Tangard, he's got Van der Wedge, so he's essentially coming back to where he was. And we have...
and that's the keys. Sorry.
Sorry, I was just saying, we have more battles, I think. No, sorry, let's just... Harry Wills letting Callum Bowman back by, I think.
I think Harry Wills is just... I think Harry Wills has realised that there's a battle between the amateurs for second and third, and as much as the pros in theory get the priority, he's not battling anybody at the moment. Taylor Lane, who's his next car, is 2-3 seconds up the road, so I think he's just decided it's better for him to just let these two battle, and if they're slow and he gets by them, he'll get by them. But right now he's just holding them up, so Harry doing the kind thing and just letting them race, as he just allows Mesna and Beaumont to hash it out there to decide, you know, technically there's 2 seconds, but 2.5 seconds between them and P4 with Ted Bradbury. So really what they're just doing is trying to just, you know, work out, well, who's going to get that side of the podium and who's going to get the other side of the podium.
It's Ma again.
Mesna. Oh, where's Ma?
Ma's in second place. She's doing all right. You know, she's just, you know, dawdling around, you know, doing her thing.
I tell you who is dawdling around, and that's Casper Lund. We haven't spoken about him all race.
Where is he?
You know, here's Casper Lund. He's 7 seconds ahead in the lead. Just doing fine. Just absolutely
there he is.
doing fine. You know, when he dips into the 49s, it's low 49s. Everything else really is just 48. It's some very consistent driving. What's he do this time? Of 48.788. So yeah, Casper Lund is just basically on his own then. Daniel Gilding, by the way, did park the car after what happened earlier to him. So that is unfortunate.
He's got race 2. He's always got race 2.
Yeah, race 2, the reverse split, of course. Now, Christian Firth leading the amateurs. It looks like he wants to make a move on a pro if he could. But while that's happening, Beaumont, I think, might want to make a move onto Mesna this lap. Just under 4 minutes to go, so there's 3 laps to go. Beaumont, he will swing out to the right.
Christian Firth, he's made a mistake. He's done the exact same thing. Turn 1. It's leading them in. It's like a mirage, you know. It's giving them the false sense of like, I can make this. Nope.
Well, he's got to be careful, because if he does that too much, he's going to allow Mesna and Beaumont back into it. But those two are just battling. And what's interesting is while they're battling, Ted Bradbury has caught up to them. So I was saying, yeah, don't need to worry. Oh yeah, no, they got to worry now.
Worry. You know, it's like when you have that alarm system. You're just like, it's nice and peaceful. No need to worry. No need to worry right now. Do it.
Well, like I said earlier when we were watching that battle in the pros, they were losing almost a second while they were battling around here. And technically, that's what Beaumont and Mesna's done. And again, you know, it's not a case of you've got to commit to the overtake. It's a case of you've got to make the overtake. You cannot hold back because of the time loss. And again, Mesna to the middle, defends. Beaumont's got nowhere to go. Has to yield. Bradbury, the gap between Bradbury and Beaumont now is a second. Yes, Harry Wills is in between them, and wouldn't be surprising if Harry decides to dip by Ted, but at the moment Ted's losing a bit of time, and they go weaving it again. Mesna tried to break the toe by going on the racing line. Beaumont does go to the into the inside. They are side by side. Beaumont may finally get this. This is a P2 of the amateurs. Beaumont gets it as they come to almost take the penultimate lap. Be interested to see what Mesna does when they come around to the first corner, because now he's got the slipstream.
Callum Beaumont will have to wait and make sure that he holds this for the next 2 laps, but Callum will have Dennis Meisner to play with. As Meisner, has he made the mistake? Yes, he has. He's made the mistake. He's gone too deep, and he's trying to keep second position in amateur. But the thought in his head is all instead of going other. No, Sewulu. No, it's all gone wrong.
He's lost it. He lost it. Look, he's trying to go around the outside of Calvin Dent, and boom.
Ooh.
Just right into the side of him. While we're watching that, by the way, Ted Bradbury, after all that battling between Beaumont and Mesna, here's Bradbury. We are keeping eyes on battles elsewhere. Milan Tikin is on the slipstream of Emil Tangard in the pros. They're about to take, well, Barney is about to wave the white flag as Casper Lund comes around the Parabolica for the penultimate time. So white flag will be waving right now. Tikins wants to get past Tangard. Remember the little battle they had earlier in the race? I think Tikins is out for revenge in the politest way possible without making contact. He goes side by side coming down to the Parabolica. Tikins will get that with no issues. He takes back P5, but he's gone wide. He's gone wide. That is an off track on iRacing. It doesn't matter so much. He has gone wide, and Tangard is going to have the speed. He's got the slipstream. Tikins is hugging the pit wall. All that dust kicking up on the tyres. He's going to be hugging and hugging and hugging. Tangard's got no choice. He needs to go back to the racing line as soon as he can. Who's going to be braking latest? It is going to be Tikins, as Tangard's almost on the grass. Tikins is overcooked a little bit, taking an inside line. Does gain as Tangard cannot make the move and can't even make momentum.
Going around the outside, it is the sad man's lane. You lose quite a considerable amount of time doing that, and now Tikins will have some breathing space behind him. As long as he can string these next few corners together, he can keep the car of 94 Emil Tangard behind him. Where's Casper Lund? He's right there. Ma's just in her own world, just doing her thing. And of course, Joe and Strayer not too far behind. He sees him, but he can't do much.
So, just a quick update in that battle for the amateur. Ted Bradbury, I think, had a slowdown. He's lost that P4 to Matthew Draycott. Meanwhile, Dennis Mesner's trying to make a move into Lesmo. He can't make it as Callum Beaumont is defending. I'm keeping my eyes on Casper Lund, though, as he's coming to the Parabolica. How's that battle between Tangard and Tikins? It's very open. I think Tangard's lost it. Casper Lund will come around the Parabolica, and for the first race of the new series, a Lamborghini-only series, race 1 belongs to Casper Lund.
Matthew Heatrick buried it into the wall by accident. The poor man. You just see his car just occupying the wrong place.
Meanwhile, in the amateurs, we do know that Armstrong, Dreyer, Van Wedge, Tikins, Tangard is going to be the top 6 for the pros. Christian Firth is about to cross the line for the amateurs. He will take the amateur victory. No surprise there. It's such dominance there. Mesner tries to make a move on Beaumont. He can't make it. Beaumont's got the inside. Outside is Mesner. Mesner tries to cut across. It's going to be a drag race to the finish. But I think Beaumont's got this. He has. Mesner pulled out a bit too late. And Beaumont will take P2. Mesner will take P3. And Bradbury out of nowhere gets P4 from Matt Draycott.
Let's have a look at what happened there. Let's see where Ted Bradbury made the move. Made the move on the inside coming into the Parabolica. Just made sure that Draycott had to take the Sandman lane on the outside of the Parabolica. And held it just enough to gain 4th position away. And that is essentially the first race done.
Woo!
Race 2 coming up.
Quick rundown of the results. Note to Craig, breathe with your nose. But I'll tell you who doesn't need to worry about breathing with their nose or doesn't even need to worry about pressure is Casper Lund. Because Casper Lund takes victory overall in the whole race and, of course, for the Pro class. James Armstrong will take P2. John Stray will take P3. And Van der Wedge, takes P4. Milan Tikin's 5th with that great battle with Tangard. All three of them with a great battle. And that's the top 6 for the pros. Out of nowhere, here's an amateur called Christian Furz who wins the amateurs. So Christian Furz wins in the amateurs. Quick dip back to the pros as Will Egby and Taylor Lane's there in 7th and 8th for the pros. And then Callum Beaumont, Dennis Mesner round off the podium for the amateurs. Followed by Ted Bradbury and Matthew Draycott. Then Harry Wills, of course, pro, especially as well as Calvin Dent, Ben Smith, Louis Eggerson, and Paul Smith. All of them are pros. Matthew Sewell, or as Harry pronounced it, Sewell.
No, it's Sewell.
Okay. Dennis Van Ash, pro driver for Arthur and Wayne Drury, and Ryan Hamilton, and Chris Hamer, all amateurs after that. Jacko Boshoff, unfortunately, the pro driver finishes 24th overall, and Dave Stout finishes 25th. Then Mark Fleming and Leiden Lee, and then one lap down, as we saw, Matt Heatrick, who buried it in the wall, and Daniel Gilding, unfortunately, 4 laps down after that incident.
Very good race from pros and a very good race from amateurs. It was tantalizing to see how Milan Tikins came all the way from that little incident to come back and overtake Emil Tangard to take the top 5, which was where he started today's race. Van der Wedge obviously making up pace. Jonas Dreyer, the big winner, who held the big W out of all of that, he finishes 3rd. James Armstrong, good on you, ma, getting 2nd place. And of course, Casper Lund just sort of ran his own race after the start-finish flag, the start flag went down. In amateurs, Christian Furz again, very dominant race, just trying to escape, really. Just, if there's an amateur behind him, put a pro there. Go, 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 go.
Christian Furz is just fantastic. I just want to go over fastest lap time of the race did not belong to Casper Lund. It was Emil Tangard. I think we saw it because that lap that he set, and then when you remember, then right afterwards he overshot the first chicane. Yeah, that lap was a 1:48.515. That was a 10th quicker than what Casper Lund or anybody else could put on the track. In fact, in terms of fastest laps, only 3 guys set 1:48. Five guys set 1:48s, which were Casper Lund of 48.647, Armstrong of 48.909. Van der Wedge of 48.912, Milan Tikins of 48.672, and then of course Tangard that 1:48.515. And a lot of that, well, I would like to say a lot of that is the slipstream effect, but when you're Casper Lund and all you've got is clear air, yeah, you don't need slipstream to do a 1:48.647, the second fastest lap of the race. So that's race 1 over. We will be getting ready for race 2, which is a reverse grid. Now, of course, the pros will still start in front of the amateurs, but we do get a complete reverse grid, and that means, as I just have a quick look, and I can't have a quick look, but I think that means I want to say not Leiden Lee. I want to say, does that put not Harry Wills, Louis Eggerson would be on the front, wouldn't he? Or
no, Jacob Boshoff. Jacob Boshoff would be there. Dennis Van Ash. Louis Eggerson would be in 4th.
Okay, Louis Eggerson was 4th, and then in the amateurs, it would be Daniel Gilding and Matt Heatrick who will lead off the amateurs.
Though I will say, out of all of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, so Woo will probably be dead in the next race because it'll be replaced by Sewell. The name has been fixed. I'm very sad. I won't be able to say "so woo" all season. I'll just have to reminisce over the time that woo was in somebody's name.
The woo will never go, my friend. The woo will never go. Just remember that.
It is in my eyes. It is in my eyes. I just want it back.
You want to talk about it?
I don't want to.
You want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it.
You sure? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know.
I'm just trying to find like the piano, like just
Oh, from the Incredible Hulk.
No, it's from the old like MasterCard ads. There are some things money can't buy.
Oh yeah.
But for others, there's MasterCard. Sorry, my voice is breaking.
I've always been told the Incredible Hulk theme from the TV show where he's trying to walk down the road and hitchhike. Someone was saying that if you talk over that in a somber voice, it is very hard not to cry.
Why?
Because it is such a sad. It's such a sad song. You know that song, right?
Yeah, I know the song.
You know that song, yeah.
But how is that sad?
Do you know the concept of it? He was like having to hitchhike. He was, he cast himself out, didn't he?
Yeah. But at the very same time, it's just a song.
Anyway, session 2 is up, and we will be getting ready to go into it.
He's trying right now. Listen to him. Listen to him.
Once again,
he's holding back the tears.
Once again. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching us once again. Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Hit that like button and the subscribe. And I don't think Rob's gonna do that YouTube personality of now then. 85% of you aren't subscribed.
It's actually 50-50.
Really? That's actually quite good.
Yeah. It's only 50-50. So that's 50% of you that watch our content aren't even subscribed. What's going on? Go ahead and subscribe.
Were you trying to do that in like I'm going to cry because 50% you aren't subscribed to me type thing?
Yeah. Well, that was what I was attempting. It didn't work, but I gave it a whack.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. Just want to let you know that 50% of you watching our videos are still not subscribed. So just go down and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell button. Why hit the bell button when we do only live streams? Does that work?
Some people actually do that, yes.
So Harry's fixed the name.
Damn it!
Matthew, we are very professional. Very professional.
We are so childish. I wouldn't have it any other way. I will have it this way or no other way.
Really? Okay. I was going to do it a different way, but
Well, by singing Limp Bizkit or whatever. It's my way or the highway.
No, I'll do Frank Sinatra. How does that work for you? Let the record show that I did it my way.
Wait, what?
Nah, Rob's gone. Rob's
what?
gone.
What?
Frank Sinatra? Hello?
No, I was just thinking. I thought you were just saying some stupid shit.
You said nothing. No, you saw nothing.
We're past the watershed.
It's pre-watershed somewhere in the world.
I know. So I'm allowed one swear word for PG.
To be fair, it's not like what I saw on what I heard on the radio last Friday.
Wait, hang on.
They would.
Whoa! Hang on.
They would do.
What?
What? I was listening to the radio. I won't say what station. They were doing a review of a TV show. They played a clip, and they bleeped out a couple of the swear words of the clip of the show. Didn't bleep out the last one. And all you could hear was just the announcer going, "Ooh," and realizing, "Oh dear," and having to literally just go into, "You're sorry, unfortunately that should have been bleeped out, but we are sorry about that. Hopefully it won't happen again."
I can imagine that somebody would be like, "You're fired."
Oh, I would hate to be the person that's done that.
I just walk into the office Monday morning and this is like, "Hey guys, how are things?" You forgot to bleep something out, didn't you? What do you mean? You didn't bleep out. Now all the children are complaining to us. Blue Peter, Peter, why did that guy say the F word?
It's like, and we're almost talking a decade ago here. BBC Radio 1 played an Eminem song, but played the one without the bleeps. How do you make that mistake? Why was it in the system? And did they lose their job? How do you even do that? You've got a rap song with swear words, but you don't remove that from the system with the radio in it, and you play the one that's not the radio in it. How do you do that?
You can deliberate that while I go and take a break.
This is my time, ladies and gentlemen. This is my time. So Louis Eggleston, they're saying what a disaster. It was an unfortunate race there for Eggleston. How can I describe? I'm not saying this is what happened to Louis. How can I describe a lot of the incidents around Monza? Well, you saw it earlier with a car turning in when there was a car there. A lot of it is guys trying to make those moves, and it's basically at the last moment. Right there with Calvin Dent, you know. A car would probably go right in there and go side by side, and then Chris Hamer would probably start turning in. And that's where a lot of the mistakes happen around here, because these corners are quite tight. So you go side by side. I mean, this guy's giving a great example right now. You see, you go side by side, and Calvin Dent's got the inside. But here comes Chris Hamer, and they're going to try and go 2x2. Now, Hamer could have gone 2x2, and look, there he goes. He puts in there, and thank you. There you go. That is a perfect example of what happens at Monza. And I did not pay them. Because you see that. Christian Furs, he's lost the position, but he's still there thinking that I can fight back for it. I mean, he's totally fine for thinking I can fight back for it. So he goes in and, loses the car. Car just, so he tries to fight back and squeezes in. As he's squeezing in, the car's already turning. And as the car's already turning, then you're going to have conflict. And that's basically what happens. Is there's just a lot of there could be contact, there's going to be conflict, and then you get everybody bunched up, because especially at the start of the race, if that happens at the start of the race, you've got the guy slowing down. Well, the guy behind that guy knows that he has to slow down. But what about the one behind him? Is he going to slow down? Is he going to slow down in time? What about behind him? And so on and so on. And that's a lot of the concertina effect you get at Monza, is just one small incident can cause mistakes because people are trying to, not trying to race hard, people are racing hard. So that's a lot of the issue. But it's the way it goes. So the reverse grid, you probably will see that. If you've ever seen a reverse grid, it can go one of two ways. It can go some really respectable first lap racing, or it can go with some very aggressive racing out there. So one or the other is the best way to describe things. We shall wait and see which one we get. And just an update on the track. It's now it's middle of the afternoon. It's 3:08 sim time PM. 34% humidity. So it's getting getting drier by the moment. 29 Celsius, 84 Fahrenheit, so it's the same temperature as the race earlier. The first race, I think, was held just around lunchtime in terms of sim time. I think it was about 11 o'clock we started sim time, so that gives you an idea. I love the series, you know. Many people in iRacing, they would be like myself, hey, Ferrari GT3 Challenge, you know, the Ferrari Challenge is a real life racing event, you know, but the Lamborghini, the Super Trofeo, I can't pronounce it, I cannot speak Italian, I'm so sorry. It's one of those things, so really nice when you get single car series, like the Ferrari Challenge, like the Lamborghinis. I mean, hey, even the Mazdas, you know. The Rolex 24 Hours at Daytona was this weekend, and one of the support races the day before was Mazdas. Fantastic, you know, all Mazdas. So that's great to see. So single car series, you know, same cars, same spec. Well, not same spec because they're on different setups, but it's man and machine working in harmony.
Well,
Jacko
in harmony.
Bischoff. Yeah, well, yeah, about that. Man and machine have to work in harmony. You know, we don't want a repeat of the film AI, do we?
Maybe.
I have no I have no skills. If the robots run riot, I have no skills. So
have you got skills? What are you gonna do about it?
I don't think the post-apocalypse needs a postman. You know, they don't need someone like you.
Follow managed to squeeze in a postman.
I never played Fallout.
Get out.
All right, see you later, guys. See ya.
Oh, hang on a minute. You have to start this. Oh well, he's fully gone. So this is Robert Hour now.
You wish it was Robert Hour. You wish.
Just me going, that's a very nice car. Hello, Ma.
Yeah, hello, Ma. Yeah. Raising the... Right. Jacko Bischoff, Dennis Van Asch will be the front row of the pros. For the amateurs, Daniel Gilding will be on his own because it's odd numbers. But behind him, it will be Matt Heatrick and Leiden Lee. So we wait and see as they're taking a long time down this straight. Why is it so long? Well, because it's the pace car going very slow. In fact, the pace car is going a very nice 97 kilometers per hour. A small gap. But I'll tell you what isn't a small gap. This line saying it's Raidillon TV, the only corner you need.
Craig,
fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen.
Take it away.
Can we get another clean start? We'll see. Remember, they wait, and I'll tell you what, tick follows tock, follows tick, follows tock. The pace car dives in. Bischoff will wait. He waits. Where's the green flag? He holds. He continues to hold. Great. This is something that's really going to hold. The green flag goes. He still holds. They can only go when he goes. One car's already gone out of sorts. Now he goes. That was the test of fortitude there. Fantastic there from Bischoff. It's going to hold everybody up. It almost looks like 3 wide near the front, but it isn't. A lot of cars trying to find position. Bischoff, Smith looks like he will take that P2 away from Van Asch. He does. Meanwhile, some other positions going on. A little bit of argy-bargy right behind them.
That's like we gone round. And 2 other cars have not made it. Milan Tikins, he's made it.
I think that's the... Who was that? That was Drea.
Ma! She's got damage.
James Armstrong's got a lot of damage. The wing is still fine. But apart from that, there's a lot of damage to the back. The amateurs had to go around the chaos there. Now there's more chaos as that pulls Smith off. P3 in the pros is off. What has happened there as well? We're trying to keep our eyes on everything going on right now. More damage. Chaos in the back. That is Matt Sewell going side by side with Matt Draycott. They came together and both went hurtling into the wall.
Oh, that's so bad net code. Look at this. Look at the net code, man. Oh
I don't want to look at the net code.
It's pretty bad.
I don't want to. Yeah. So, the front is still Boshoff, Van Asch, Egerton is now P3, and these guys are all trying to go for battles right now. Van Asch is trying to go around the outside of Boshoff. Not going to work for him, but maybe the over-under. Actually, Boshoff's had a little bit of a moment there. Egerton now trying to squeeze in. He's realised that there's a line there, but he's not going to be able to make it, but he does get the slipstream that Boshoff is providing. Van Asch needs that slipstream. He needs to find a way. This feels like it's an oval race at the moment right now, of how they're taking different lines of slipstream. Van Asch now gets into the back of Boshoff. Egerton gets into the back. Ben Smith is curdling up there. Calvin Dent loses a couple positions as well. Harry Wills overtaking him on the straight. Front is still the same. Now, what about the amateur? Daniel Gilding has a 2-second lead over Matt Heatrick. No idea why, but Matt Heatrick is 2.5 seconds behind the leader of the amateur, which is Daniel Gilding. And I gotta say, that start, by the way, was fantastic from Jaco Boshoff, using the rules to his advantage. Fantastic.
It was all holding. It was all the holding game, the waiting game, and the man just went, "Hey, I've got one card. It is my ace in the hole. I will play it when I play it," and he played it like a damn fiddle.
A fiddle of gold?
A fiddle of bronze.
A fiddle of bronze. Well, Van Asch looks like he wants to go side by side. He's got a little bit of a nose in front, but he's not going to go around the outside. Oh no! Boshoff hit the curb! Boshoff hit the curb! They both go off, and Louis Egerton, words we haven't said for a while, I'm touching wood, I'm knocking wood right now for you, Louis. Louis Egerton is leading a race, but here comes Ben Smith.
That is a 3 wide in the back. Look at that. That's Taylor Lane. Calvin Dent and the wedge. Oh, crikey.
Van Asch gets it. Van Asch gets it. Now, he's only got damage to that rear fender. No wing damage. He might be a little bit down on top speed, but not as much as it would be. He does get by, and he's pulling to one side. Has he called it quits? I have no idea what's going on right now, but moving on. Van der Wedge wants to make a move on Taylor Lane. They go side by side. Meanwhile, side by side, in front of us, Harry Wilson, Calvin Dent. Louis Egerton loses the lead to Ben Smith. While we're watching this, it's all going topsy-turvy. Still side by side as Van der Wedge and Taylor Lane as they come around the Curva Grande. Taylor Lane will unfortunately have to go to behind, but maybe go for a late move. But Tangard's right there. All three of them going for the same line and almost coming together. And it looks like Tangard's going to make a move on Taylor Lane. Is that late? They touch. But Tangard makes the move. What a move. Tangard has balls of steel tonight. Brilliant. But here comes Lane. Lesmo 1 tries to make it. Can't make it. Lesmo 2 is going to be impossible. Emil Tangard. Wow.
A move.
I got no words.
Man literally slicked the stamp and sent it. Did it safely. And, well, now he's up into 6th. And his teammate Casper Lund in the background looking to see if he can threaten Taylor Lane as they come through Ascari again. Oh, no. Ooh, Taylor, no!
Oh, Casper Lund just had a moment. Woo!
Oh, Taylor. Oh, no. Poor Taylor. Oh, my heart goes out to him. He didn't have any luck on press day either.
Sorry, I'm still shocked because Casper Lund had to make a very quick reaction there. I mean, wow. I'm a little bit shocked, but the reaction he had to make. So, yeah, I'll pick my jaw back up in a minute. Dennis Van Asch, by the way, did park the car. Amateurs is very quiet at the moment at the front. Daniel Gilding, he is losing a little bit of time to Matt Heatrick. Matt Heatrick put a 1:49.5 in last lap, and Dan Gilding a 1:50.2. Gilding is in the middle of a pro sandwich of James Armstrong and Jonas Dreyer. He can defend if he wants. It is multi-class racing, but they are the same cars, so there is that. So, you know, it's a bit of pride, but you've got to ask yourself, if he holds up Dreyer, does he let Heatrick back in? But then again, if he lets Dreyer by, does he let Heatrick back in? So it's tough at the moment. No real battles happening elsewhere. Christian Furze trying to get past Ryan Hamilton near the middle of the field. Furze, by the way, made up 9 places. So that's one to watch.
Milan Tikin's carrying a heavy set of damage.
Is he? I don't say that.
Oh, he is.
Oh, he is. Can he hold on to that though? Because he overtaken.
I know he just overtook Boschop. Let's try and see if we can figure out where he got that damage actually. Where did he get it?
I would like to say that might be near the start of the race, if I'm brutally honest. Yeah, that was start of the race. He caught that nose damage, but he had managed to overtake Boschop there for P8. And Casper Lund, by the way, just went fastest with 1:48.7. Boschop tried to make a move, could not. Behind him, though, was a very interesting battle. There's James Armstrong. Daniel Gilding's going to try and get by him. That'd be great if he can get another car by, but he cannot. And Jonas Dreyer comes in. So he's still in this little sandwich and might be affecting Daniel right now by continuing to do that. But meanwhile, the front, Ben Smith is pulling away. Louis Eggleston, I think that little bit of damage might be affecting him right now. Harry Wills is joining the fray, and Calvin Dent and Van der Wedge and Emil Tangard. Sorry, sorry, is this race 1 or race 2? Van der Wedge and Tangard in a battle for P4, 5, and 6? Stop me if I've heard that before.
I think you might have heard that before, to be fair. I think. I think we have. Hang on, let me crunch in some numbers. Yeah, you have indeed heard that before.
But have you heard Van der Wedge making a move on Calvin Dent? No, you can't make it and just hit that sausage curb, almost making it. But yeah, very interesting to see these guys battling once again. It is a little bit of a train. I wouldn't call it the pain train yet, as everyone's a little bit spread out, but Van der Wedge tries to make a move onto Calvin Dent. He might make it going into the first chicane. We'll wait and see. That's the one to keep eyes on. But Casper Lund has caught up to his teammate Emil Tangard. And Casper, he might be setting another fast lap here. It might be another purple. Let's just see when he crosses the line. It's a 1:49.526. So you could tell that everybody now is on the same pace because they're on that same trajectory. They're on that same train. What are we looking at here? 4th to 7th are separated by a second. So that just gives you an idea. Meanwhile, in the amateurs, nothing's happening in the amateurs. Chris Hamer, though, is battling with Ted Bradbury for P3
Oh, sorry to say, Harry Wills getting squeezed out of it.
Wow, losing 2 places. Crazy. And he might lose another with Tangard right behind, but one mistake here and it does fly you to the back of the pack. That's what's happened to Wills. Dent's gone up to third. Van der Wedge has gone up to 4th, and Tangard wants some. Tangard is out for this, but it's a set yourself up type of a move here.
Oh no, Ted Bradbury is on his side. Can he get back on? Come on. What happened?
What happened? He lost the car himself at Lesmo 1, clipped the grass and hit the barrier, and
oh, that's a nice grip. Oh no. Oh.
I'm sorry, Ted. That's just the perfect landing. I'm sorry.
I mean, look at this. Oh, he's correcting it. And then, whee! Off it goes.
Oh, YouTube clips cannot come soon enough, sorry. Oh, that's
They actually are trialing it.
I know, that's what I mean. I'd love it. I'd love it. Is that Harry Wills? That is Harry Wills battling with Tangard. Casper Lund, sorry. And does hold on to it. It's a lot of defending right now going on. I mean, we'll try and get our eyes on the amateur battle. There are some battles happening near the middle of the amateur field, as you'd expect with Mesner and Christian Furs and Chris Hamer. But this little train at the front has been an accident! Accident! Three of them involved! That is Dent, Wedge, Tangard, and I think Harry Wills got caught up in it as well.
No, he made
Harry Wills gets by all of them. But what's on earth happened there? It looked like Van der Wedge. It's that same thing again. He turns in and there's a car there. And Calvin Dent's got nowhere to go. They turn around. They do collide, and Tangard hits the back of them. Doesn't really get a lot of noticeable damage, so he's fine. But oh dear, and now Casper Lund has overtaken Harry Wills, and they're going side by side in Ascari, and Casper Lund hit the sausage. And can he keep it out the wall? That's a close one. He's on the grass. He keeps it out the wall. Oh wow, it's all happening right now.
Let's have a look in our chopper, the patented chopper that doesn't like trees at all. Oh, the two of them they were squirreling, and that was a bit of a tap from the wedge. Unfortunately, Harry was just trying his best. There's nowhere he could go. He's just trying to keep the car under control. He's in fourth position. He pulls off to the side. Oh my crikey!
Did he just do that? That a dummy? He's trying to set up a dummy. Casper Lund trying to go free wide. Pulls off from it, but now that's Van der Wedge and Wills side by side in the first chicane, and they're still side by side as they come out the first chicane. Now Van der Wedge has got the quicker line around the Curva Grande, and Wills has got the slower line around the Curva Grande. So much so that he slots in, and now it's all trying to find the right lines once again. That is Casper Lund trying to take it free wide once again. He cannot, but can he make this move onto Harry Wills? They go 2 by 2 in the corner. They go 2 by 2 in the second chicane. Harry Wills goes 2 by 2. A little bit of a tap there at the back by Milan Tikins, and Jaco Boshoff does take that position, but here comes Tikins back again in Lesmo, and he tapped. They tapped Tikins, and Boshoff's off, and Tikins is off. Oh no, more drama, and I think that's on Louis. I'm not sure. I think that was netcode, but it's all happening. Out of nowhere.
Jaco had nowhere to go.
Yeah. It's all happening. That's all I know. I'm kind of gobsmacked at what's happened here. Some crazy driving, some great driving. I mean, Harry Wills goes too wide through the first chicane, too wide through the second chicane, and ends up losing places. What's poor man? But I think he's going to be coming back. P6 after P5, I think actually, as Van der Wedge comes into the pits.
I thought that was netcode, but it wasn't. And it was that right rear was hooked, and unfortunately, Boshoff had nowhere to go. He was just doing his lines, and it's unfortunate. Matthew Heatrick is trying to catch back up to Gilding, but he's at least 3 seconds behind Gilding, so it's not the biggest shot that he can give. Whereas with Leiden Lee, he's in third position.
Oh my word, there's free wide in the amateurs because of Van der Wedge coming out of the pit, sorry. But does get by. That was Dave South and Matt Draycott as Van der Wedge continues to go. I would not be surprised if Van der Wedge had a drive-through. He went through the pits and came straight back out. I'm not sure.
He did have a drive-through penalty.
Yeah. Malantik is a pro driver. Yes, that is correct. But unfortunately, he's not having the best of days.
And that is more battles as Will Egby trying to get by the amateur field. Callum Bowman letting him by. Wayne Drury's next, and then it's position. But that is a man with a lot of damage on his front end.
Oh, sorry, Harry Wills is in the wall. He loses it on the grass there coming out of Ascari. The car twitches one way, twitches the other, and then just goes right into the wall. And that is massive damage there for Wills, and he has towed. He had no choice but to tow. So Ben Smith leads with Louis Eggleston a second behind, but he has that damage. Can he hold on? Not sure. Tangard, P3, about 3 seconds ahead of Casper Lund. James Armstrong is at a second behind Lund, and then Jonas Dreyer as well, about a second as well. The gaps are just over a second once you get out the top three. There's no real grouping at the moment with 13 minutes remaining. But Casper Lund, he's 8 seconds away from Ben Smith. Dare I say it, could he become the second man to go back to back?
At current pace, no.
Good. No, I don't mean it like that, but, you know, I mean, one day we will get a back-to-back, but we'll wait and see.
We
but
did
James
have a
Armstrong
back-to-back.
Yeah, sorry, I meant a back-to-back in the pros. Christian Furth being the only man in the Racing SimRigs series to record a back-to-back win, as James Armstrong tried to catch on to. So, we've talked about, you know, all the chaos happening. We haven't talked about the amateurs, because Daniel Gilding is an incredible 3 seconds still ahead of Matt Heatrick. He's just racing his own race, and Raidillon leads 3 seconds behind him, and there actually is no real battles happening in the amateurs right now.
Raidillon is probably the closest to another amateur, apart from Chris Hamer. Oh no, wait, that's not an amateur. Chris Hamer
exactly.
is like only less than a second behind Calvin Dent, who's a pro.
I mean, we're talking about 2 big gaps for, you know, in a Monza race. What's going on here? The chaos, by the way. I mean, you look at it. So far, Ryan Hamilton's a lap down. He's in the pits. Ted Bradbury's in the pits. 3 laps down. Taylor Lane, 6 laps down. Dennis Van Asch is 7 laps down. Paul Smith 8 laps down with Matthew Sewell, who's still in the pits. So, not been, you know, we've had the big crashes, but we've not had the big crashes that have retired a lot of people. Harry Wills, he's also in the pits. He towed as well. But yeah, there's not those big crashes that have taken everybody out. But this battle between Louis Eggleston and Ben Smith, how is that Lamborghini doing well with, well, basically that rear panel is popped out of its molding a little bit. A little bit of damage to that rear left on Louis' car, but he is just holding on the slipstream of Ben Smith with coming up to 10 minutes to go.
A hope and a prayer, that's how he's doing it.
Louis probably saying 1 Hail Mary, 2 Hail Mary.
3 Hail Mary. 4 Hail Mary.
Yeah, he basically having a Hail Mary.
I was going to say he is the Hail Mary, but it was just like, hang on a minute, it doesn't make sense.
Well, he flies in the air, and, you know, a Hail Mary in American football is a very last-dashed throw high in the air. So, Ben Smith, please stop, don't blink, Ben. Oh dear, that's not us, that is Ben Smith blinking. So, but the gaps are just, apart from the leaders, the gaps are incredible at the moment. It really is. We have a super chat.
We've got a super chat.
We have a super chat. Thank you, Smoggy.
Smoggy with 5 Great British pounds saying, "Come on, Flemmo, you can do it."
We have a super chat. What do we do?
Well, we say what it is. Come on, Flemmo, you can do it. And by Smoggy. Thank you very much, Smoggy.
Who is Flemmo? Mark Fleming. How is Mark Fleming doing at the moment? Not doing too bad, actually.
I'm pretty sure
Currently
it's Fleming.
P7. Yeah, currently P7 in the amateurs. He's just in a little bubble at the moment. He's got Van der Wedge with a pro car in front of him, and he's got Wayne Drury, the amateur car, behind him. So just needs to hold off the Wayne Jury getting slipstream, and then who knows what can happen there. So come on, Flemo.
By the way, if you are not aware, you can also become a member. It is for great emotes and it supports the channel. So if you ever consider that you have some spare coin, you may want to, just be like, Alright, TV's doing something. I'll pass it to them. You get 3 emotes.
I ruined that segue because you know who is doing something right now? It's Louis Eggleston. He is coming up to the bumper of Ben Smith, and Ben is going to have to start thinking about making a defensive move here. Let's look at these lap times when they cross the line. That's going to be important. Ben Smith will cross the line. It's a 1:49.284. What about Louis Eggleston? It's a 1:49.044. 3 attempts there. Ben Smith goes to the inside. Eggleston goes to the outside. He's just going to be waiting. He's actually going to be braking later. He's going to get to the corner before Ben Smith, but cannot do anything. Smith will take that line. They do have a little bit side by side. They're coming out of the chicane, but Eggleston does have to yield a little bit. He'll have to reset, rewind, and go again. It's going to be tough for him, though. I mean, if Ben Smith is on the defense like that, it's going to be tough for Louis, but he had a shot there. He had a shot there to try and force the issue in the middle of that chicane. And unfortunately for Harry Wills, it was
how
an
could
unfortunate
this
crash there,
happen
Harry.
to me? I made my mistakes. Got nowhere to... Oh, there's a wall. Ah. Yeah.
I thought you saved it, to be fair, Harry. I did think you saved it, but unfortunately it was not meant to be, as Eggleston continues on a wing and a prayer to drag this car with a little bit of damage on the back closer to Ben Smith. He is 2 tenths down in terms of the times, the gap on the previous lap. But, slipstream and all that jazz, he'll catch it back. But he needs to make a move, really, into turn 1. And dare I say it, maybe being this far back, coming out of the Parabolica, might be a blessing. Because it could set him up for one of these late moves. Late moves into turn 1. But the gap's too far. The gap, it would have to be a send. It would have to be almost a... Tangard send, and he knows it.
He's still looking, though. He's still busily looking, and that's the main thing that Eggleston has to do. He's got to go with the flow and just see if he can make it happen. And not do whatever he does. Not do the exact... Did he miss a gear?
No. Did he miss? He did. Hold on. I think he missed a gear.
Listen to this, and tell me he didn't miss a gear.
He went into 5th.
Second.
He was only in 5th gear.
4th. No, he let go of his what?
Yeah, he kept in 5th gear all the way down.
No, he's shift. What? What's going on with Eggy?
That was weird, and he's losing time because of it. He lost a second to Tangard. He almost lost half a second to Ben Smith, but he is in the slipstream. Ben Smith is going to be taking, once he comes around the Parabolica, will be taking lap 15 of 17. Slow down. Oh, it could be a slowdown, but I didn't think he went. Might have been, but the gaps did not indicate a slowdown. We'll keep eyes on that. Like, we really should be keeping an eye elsewhere around the field, because Chris Hamer, on my screen, has no rear. Has no bumper. Calvin Dent is also towed. So what has happened between the two of them? Because that does not sound very good between Calvin Dent and Chris Hamer. And in fact, Calvin Dent, sorry, in the first chicane. Oh my God!
What?
So Dennis Mesner goes for a late move on Chris Hamer, and they both go onto the grass and, like a rocket, send Calvin Dent flying. Oh dear God!
In what corner?
The first chicane.
Oh! I just witnessed a man getting murdered.
And they've had another moment. They had another coming together on the start-finish line that last time. A lot of damage. And they're both... Wow.
Chris Hamer is now in the pits. He's towed.
Wow. Okay. And Van der Wedge has been disqualified, by the way.
Who?
Van der Wedge is disqualified.
For what? Getting off tracks?
Must have been. Okay, so
anyone from can we? We're not even able to see. Yeah, we're not even able to see if he got DQ for incident points or not. I can't see it.
If he was DQ'd elsewhere, we would be seeing it. So it is an incident point disqualification.
Ooh.
So, penultimate lap. Gap between Eggleston and Smith is 0.8 of a second. How's the amateurs doing? Like I said, we haven't talked about the amateurs for a while, but Lyden Lee is now on the back of Daniel Gilding. So those two are going to be battling for the lead. Well, sorry, for P2 and P3, because something's happened to Daniel Gilding in that last lap. As Matt Heatrick now has the lead. No idea what happened there. We'll have to see. Did he get squeezed out? He did. He got squeezed out by a pro driver. It was Matt Heatrick. He got squeezed out from Matt Heatrick going into the second chicane last lap and got spun around. Matt Heatrick now in the lead of the amateur to Daniel Gilding is battling against Lyden Lee. So that is your amateur battle for second and third. While we're still trying to see there's a battle brewing between Smith and Eggerson as they come down to Ascari.
Ben Smith.
Oh yeah.
What?
Go on. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I didn't have anything.
Neither did I. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, someone was just telling me how you can check to see if someone got disqualified.
Oh, I know that method, but I mean...
Yeah, I had nothing.
Yeah. Got nothing.
This unfortunately is the time when, because the gaps are so small and there's only a couple of battles to look at, it is very hard to gain anything. But Barney is waving the white flag as they come across the start-finish line for the final lap. The gap between Smith and Eggerson is 0.2 of a second. This is not the corner you want to be making a dive on, Louis. You'll have to wait for another corner, and he does. Meanwhile, Lyden Lee is trying to catch Daniel Gilding for P2 in the amateurs. He does not. So, final lap, Rob. The leaders are in a battle as Louis Eggleston just set his fastest lap of the race.
As they come down to the second chicane, does Egerton make a move? No. Does he make a move into Lesmo 1? No. So, he's playing the long game. If he's going to make a move, it's going to be a Parabolica. Let's see what happens as they come through Lesmo 1 onto Lesmo 2. Ben Smith, Louis Egerton, the gap is less than a quarter of a second. Has come down underneath
what
the
can
bridge.
He do? Because
come on! Ooh, Louis, he's went too early. Come on, Louis. What can you do?
Gone too early. Oh.
He went in. He did it in Ascari. But it was too early. He couldn't have made the move happen. He's gone wide, coming in, tucking it in. Can he make it? Can he make it? No. So,
No.
Ben Smith is your pro class winner. Very close behind is Louis Egerton. Emil Tangard, very well done by him. Come from 10th overall to 3rd. Well done to him. Then in amateur, that is Matthew Heatrick getting a W after having so many instances where he's been in the wall. So it's a nice change of pace for him. Long may it continue. Daniel Gilding, very well done race by him. Unfortunately, just didn't happen today for him. And Leiden Lee, well done to him, keeping 3rd position.
That was a great little battle there. Some great battling overall at the front of the field. Lots of chaos though as well. I mean, you look at the pit lane and it is a. It looks like it looks like I'm in a scrapyard at the moment, if I'm brutally honest. Some really crazy incidents there, but you can just see as we are going, quickly going down. It looks like they're going backwards, Rob, not forwards. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll go from backwards.
The bottom. We'll go bottom. Matthew
Because
Sewell,
it's reverse
Paul
grid.
Smith.
It's reverse race results. At me later.
Matthew Sewell and Paul Smith finished 16 laps down. Dennis Van Ash, it says 14 on the, it says 15 on my screen, but it says 14 overall there. As does Taylor Lane, it's 14 as well. Bradbury. I don't know what's going on because mine is saying 11 and yours is saying 10, but we'll go with that. 7 laps for Harry Wilsden and 6 laps for Ryan Hamilton. 4 laps for Calvin Dent. People that have proper times.
You cut out.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Why did I cut out?
You tell me. I didn't drop any frames.
Oh, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm not saying you're the reason I cut out.
Maybe it was just trying to hide the truth. Maybe.
The truth. The truth.
You can't handle the truth, Craig.
No, I can't. Anyway, Wayne Drury finished 19th overall. Dennis Mesner finished 18th. Then in 17, it's Will Egby. Dave South goes 16. I could do this in the top of the pop style for you. In at 15, up 4 places, Mark Fleming. Matthew Drake. I was just doing it as well.
This isn't Matthew top Drake of the pops.
Matthew Drake is 14. Made 11 places up though. After Christian Furze made 16 places. He finished 13th. I think that's good enough for. It's actually P5 in the amateurs, or am I miscounting it? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, P5 in the amateurs. Christian Furze. Callum Beaumont then will be P4 for the amateurs. Then Jacob Boshoff, there for the pros. Leiden Lee finishing P3 in the amateurs. P2 for the amateurs to Daniel Gilding. Then Alan Teakins not having a good race there for the pros. Matt Heatrick, of course, won the amateur race after the little bit of touchy with Daniel Gilding. And James Armstrong, 6th for the pros. Jonas Dreyer was 5th. Casper Lund in at 4. Lund, by the way, made up 11 places. Starting from the back of the pro field to come P4. What a drive. Emil Tangard comes home in P3. Louis Eggerton he had the lead at one point. But that damage held him back. He finishes P2 and Ben Smith takes the overall victory. Started 5th, finishes 1st.
Very well done. Very well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, very much. So, what a race!
Indeed, seriously, I was beside myself. My rib cage hurts a lot, so I was probably having too much fun.
But I mean, we'll talk about where we are next week, because next week it's Watkins Glen, and that promises to be a challenge. And I mean a challenge, especially at the S's, especially when you come around to the boot section of the track. It is going to be a challenge. But meanwhile, we've got some other racing this week, because Wednesday night, the RacingSimRigs World Series Season 3 kicks off at Donington. The first proper round of the series is at Donington. And then, of course, we're doing some stuff in the weekend, because Friday night, 1900 GMT, the European Sprint Series, be there at Silverstone.
Do it now. Be there. Do it now.
Yeah. Silverstone promises to be one of the top races of the season, sorry, for the ESS. And then Sunday at 19:45 GMT will be the Huskenveld GT Challenge. I cannot remember at the top of my head where they are this week. Belle Isle, sorry, it's the started their street racing doubleheader. But it is Raidillon TV. I was going to say, this is Raidillon TV. If you do like what we see, I haven't done the shields, but thank you if you do like what you're seeing. Hit that like up, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. A shout out once again to trackcams22.com for providing these cameras. I do like that camera though on the chicane. You know, I do like that. I love these little cameras, and then it goes to the start line. Another great camera. Our Discord link, if you would like to join us as per usual, is in the video. And I think Rob was gonna start something, but forgot that we needed to shield, weren't you, Rob?
Yes, I was.
So my name's been Craig King.
Mine has been Robert O'Brien.
And this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.